Make sure to check out my unbiased immigration story told from a detainee's point of view. Link down below. All right. Episode 23.
Start the clock.
Trump and Putin are up in Alaska. They're having Bros Before Hoes weekend. What it's all about is trying to end this horrible war in Ukraine. It's been going on for too long. And Trump and Putin, they finally said, look, let's just meet thug to thug. Drove in the car, to just them and the translators, very romantic. Then, well, we'll see. And then they had a working breakfast. Trump could not have been happier to get out of Washington, D.C., which he has discovered is crime-ridden. No, he did. He discovered that. Big Balls. Remember Big Balls? He was part of Doge.
Oh, that's right.
He's a teenager, and he was mugged, carjacked, I think, by two other teenagers. It's a little embarrassing to the bro squad out there who think of themselves as such tough guys because he got beat up by two 15-year-olds. This is true, and one was a girl.
Oh, man.
And Melania says she's going to sue Hunter Biden. No, that's not the joke part. That's real. She says she's going to sue for $1 billion. That's kind of funny. But I saved the best story for last. Marijuana.
Yeah.
You've heard of it? Okay. Well, it's been a Schedule I drug, which all us potheads and any reasonable person has realized it's such a stupid thing. It's in there with the worst sort of horrible drugs like heroin and... Okay, Trump is considering reclassifying it as a much less dangerous Schedule III drug. And they say it wasn't smart to have dinner with him. Okay, well...
If you look at Lowell High School up in San Francisco, the idea that merit itself was racist. And the answer to that is to abolish the merit-based entrance exams. Wow. And then you suddenly have a school that was one of the best in the nation with failing freshmen, the number of freshmen who are failing skyrocketing. You have the idea that you should dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department and replace it with the Department of Public Safety. And you immediately have, by November of that year, homicides skyrocket by 50%. So wokeness actually...
Wow, there you go.
The poor people, probably more minorities, were out there delivering the goddamn grub driver or whatever you buy your food, whatever that shit is, I don't know. You thought when Obama was president we had reached a kind of a post-racial phase in this country. I think a lot of people did, but we really hadn't. Anytime he talked about race, it all came back, and you kind of have to blame that on the conservatives. I mean, they were not really ready, a lot of them. I'm not saying every conservative is a racist, but certainly in that era, if you were a racist, you were a conservative.
I would say that when Obama became president, the first ones to break apart from traditional party and start their own movement was the Republicans with the Tea Party. The Tea Party was a response to Barack Obama.
You know, we all keep talking about backlashes from one to the other. Certainly, just Obama being president caused a backlash.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that the presence of this elegant, meritocratic black family in the White House, it did excite in the American racial imagination something that was unacceptable to some portion of the population.
A colorblind society, that was the goal. It doesn't matter. You know, we see it, but it doesn't affect us. That went out the window, and we took a completely different direction. If we have to see race first and foremost as the most important thing, seem in some instances, what I'm reading, a lot more bitter about race than people who actually faced more racism in years past.
My father grew up in segregated Texas. Microaggressions were not a thing back then. Lynchings were a thing.
No way, not back then.
I was born in 1937.
Sydney Sweeney saying, I have good genes, I think, you know, she, just her saying I have good genes wasn't saying, and black people have bad ones. But that's kind of where we got to, this place that you just say you have good, it means no. Okay, here's the breaking news. I'm just reading this cold, so, you know. Japan has fallen into the sea. Oh, no. They had a press conference. I guess that was quick because from the time I went on to do the monologue, it's over. So I'm guessing this didn't go that well. Trump, we haven't quite got there, but we've got some headway. There's no deal until there's a deal. Wow, this sounds like...
Oh, God. Who talks like that?
Crush some norms, having him walk across a red carpet while Trump clapped. I mean, that generally...
Oh, come
Putin
on.
doesn't
Are we really going to go through this kind of bullshit? Like, it's like, you know, Obama wore a tan suit and he saluted with coffee in his hand. Who gives a shit what he walked across?
Come on.
I could read 20 compliments that Trump has given to him. He said he's a fun guy to be with. No, that's Epstein. One thing about him that I know, I'm not going to tell you how I know, but a lot of people have seen the same thing. He really does hate war.
Yeah.
He really does not like it when people die in war.
I don't think he likes chaos.
What? Trump doesn't like chaos? Molly, would you slap him? I can't reach you. Okay, but again, let's not have the zombie lie that he's still backing Putin because, first of all, he bombed Iran. That was a Putin ally. He didn't get out of NATO.
No.
He mended fences with NATO. So, and he put sanctions back on Russia. So, you know.
You're really coming around, Bill.
I'm not coming around.
Yeah, it looks like that.
There's no coming around. There's just to what's true. This is true shit. Right. I don't come around. I'm not on anybody's team.
Oh, he's pissed off.
I'm on what's right, what's true, what happened. This is what happened. He just doesn't like war. Jefferson County, Alabama, Jackson County, Missouri have higher murder rates than D.C. Why don't we send the FBI there?
Because of his buddy who got jumped.
The legality of these checkpoints, because you can checkpoint for drunk driving, but you can't necessarily checkpoint for, like, you annoy me.
But they made homelessness into a lifestyle. And we don't really know what the answer is, but it has to be some version of you don't have to go home because you don't have one. We should do something about that, but you can't stay here. You can't, because we see this in this
like a bar
more than any other.
The California solution is to spend more money on it every year and have the problem get worse every year. Maybe they should put them on buses and just keep them on a constant tour.
There's going to be almost no age limit. You can be as young as 18 or as old as you want to be. It's not. Biden could join ICE. They join ICE. It's like Starship Troopers, but with Mexicans.
Oh, it's messed up.
Join ICE because Jesus and angels belong in the Bible, not your neighborhood. Think about that one. And if you don't join ICE, we'll kill this dog. Okay. She was one of the last of a breed I would call a celebrity writer. I don't know if we'll ever have another one because I don't know if people are ever going to read books again. But she was not just a writer,
Come on, guys, read mine.
A celebrity. There was a baby screaming during the match, and you know, tennis is played in silence. And one of the players said, "Could you get that kid out of here?" And what are you oohing about? She was right. The umpire said, "It's a child. Do you want me to send the child out of the stadium?" And the crowd went, "Yes."
Hell yeah.
Tennis is quiet. Why are you bringing a baby to a tennis match? And then a Colombian rapper named Maluma, not that I have to tell you, Maluma fans, where am I? Okay. You are? Okay.
Yeah, he called out a fan for bringing a baby to a concert.
I'm sure he doesn't know me. But he was doing his show, and a woman had an infant. And this is Mr. Maluma. He said, "Do you think it's a good idea to bring a baby?" He stopped his show and berated this woman. I fucking love this.
Yeah.
He said, "Do you think it's a good idea to bring a baby who's a year old to a concert where the decibels are so fucking high and the sound is so loud? That baby doesn't even know what they're doing here. Next time, protect their ears. It's your responsibility. You're waving the kid around like they're a toy. That baby doesn't want to be here."
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Maluma.
Good for him.
All right. That's my rant, and now you.
I have a lot of children. Now they're old.
When a rapper from the country that gives us cocaine calls out your parenting, you're doing something wrong.
Right.
What?
I don't know why we have to drag cocaine into this.
Why did only one of the tennis players complain?
Babies go to bars now.
Yeah.
I can't believe that's even allowed. I'm assuming only beer and wine.
Yeah.
On Epstein Island, babies can drink, actually.
Well, okay.
What? This guy's terrible.
I mean, parents are very annoying, and babies are very annoying. And, I mean, I have a lot of children, but I agree with you. I think this is all very annoying. And by the way, if a rapper is yelling at you about your baby's hearing, you're probably not a very good parent.
Why are rappers automatically bad?
Okay, but I said the only thing that gets to people, the only thing they really care about is the pocketbook issues. It's always the economy, stupid, as James Carville said. They don't care about Epstein anymore. That went away like a mild flu.
They didn't care about it before.
They cared about it for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But about this notion that there's a master list of everyone who went. You know who's on that list? Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking went to Epstein Island. Scientists from MIT, Harvard, all sorts of places went. So you're concerned that Trump voters aren't getting what Trump promised them?
They're not.
They're not.
Why don't they release it?
That Bill Clinton went there 25 times, knows that,
Well, no. He was on the plane.
Well, what did he do? Jump off over the ocean?
No, that's a bullshit talking point.
My point is being on a list is not the same as partaking in illicit sex.
I don't think there's any actual physical list. The guy was a pimp. I don't think pimps write it down. They got it in their head. You know?
Bill Maher's right and wrong. Yeah, pimps don't write down names of clients and whatever. But Epstein maybe kept that list as blackmail to protect himself. If anybody ever came to prosecute him, he had some kind of proof that he could use against anybody who threatens him in any way.
I just don't see this economy surviving all of this. And when it doesn't, that is the only thing that's going to get people to turn on Donald Trump.
And the tariffs are really like a flat tax. Because they're...
No, because Trump will find a way to blame someone else. And his followers, his worshipers, will believe him. And if the economy does go down the drain, it'll be after he steps down as president. And the one who's going to get the blame is going to be the new guy, or girl, or woman, whatever.
Trump can say, no, I got my new statistic guy. He says it's not happening. You can Baghdad Bob this just for so long. Right. And then people know what's up.
I don't know.
Sorry, Walter, I got to go to New Rules. Thank you, everybody. It's time for New Rules.
New rule.
A woman in Albuquerque just woke up from a coma minutes before they were about to take out her organs.
Jesus.
Now some haters are saying she must have been faking it the whole time. New rule, someone has to ask the cryptocurrency investors who've been throwing sex toys onto the court at WNBA games, how irresponsible can you be? Getting involved in crypto? If there's an Ass Kisser of the Year award, they must give it to J.D. Vance, who, when asked what 3 people, living or dead, he'd invite to dinner, he said, Isaac Newton, Trump, and Lincoln.
Oh, come on.
Really? Not Cleopatra, not Jesus, but the guy down the hall you see every day? And he would say to Isaac Newton, I know more about gravity than anybody. And then both of them would be thinking, wait, am I in hell now? Do I prefer my big tits be the color of cream or the color of coffee? Please, I'm an American. You had me at big tits. It's unlikely that this guy is a Christian conservative because he was having an affair with a woman.
Oh.
I knew they were Democrats for the same reason I knew this was a Democrat.
Jesus.
You can't hide from the kiss cam, and you can't hide in the Oval Office. Damn, if only the lady at the Coldplay concert had brought some folders with her, maybe she wouldn't be in hot water today. But Democrats seem to be afraid of everything. They were petrified of COVID, masking 2-year-olds who never would have died from it and keeping schools closed for far too long.
Oh, God, Bill. Those kids might not have died from it, more than likely, but they were able to spread it. I can't believe Bill Maher still doesn't get that, man. You mask up the students at school because a poor teacher might get sick, or the principal, or whatever.
Not today's parents. They say, you're right, honey. Gender is just a social construct. Please, sometimes your mother and I forget which one of us has the dick. I know she has my balls.
Dude, man.
Having sex with Stormy Daniels was wrong, but Trump didn't hide from the camera.
That's true.
Quite the opposite. It looks like he said to the photographer, widen that out so you can get these tits. People ask me all the time, why haven't you ever had Hillary or Bill Clinton on? Why didn't you have Kamala on during the last campaign? You think we don't ask? We ask these people every week. They say no. It took 8 years and a petition to get Obama on. And these are people, all people I voted for. Think about that. They're afraid to come on the show of a guy who voted for them. The Republicans, they show up.
They do.
And when they do, they take their beating like a man.
No. Every time, at least the one that I've seen, every time Bill Maher has a conservative on the one-on-one interview, he gets destroyed. Two in particular, Megyn Kelly, gosh, he's good, and Dan Crenshaw.
The Mueller report came out. I feel like you mischaracterized it, and I feel that was shady. But you campaigned for election deniers in 2022. This I do not forgive. The Republicans, including you, January 6th, etc., are the ones who are no longer willing to play by the rules of democracy. Amendment 22.
Come on, Bill, show the response.
To the office of the president more than twice. And yet you keep talking about Trump's... Maybe you should have this. Here, all right, that's our show. I want to thank my guests, Walter Kirn, Molly Jong-Fast, and Thomas Chatterton Williams. Club Random drops every Monday on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. Now go watch Overtime on YouTube. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. I will catch you on the next one.